I know you was talking about inspirations. I know you said Ella Fitzgerald. What are Ella Fitzgerald? And you had a few others, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, En Vogue is my number one girl group of all time to me,
Okay.
just because I was coming up during the time they were coming out. So um, I would sing their songs over and over and over. Each time I'd be a different one. First time I'd be Cindy, next time I'd be Terry, then I'd be Dawn, then I'd be Max. So yeah, definitely them. Like I said, a Mel LaRue, jazz artists like Dinah Washington, Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Carmen McRae, Sarah Vaughan. I can go on for hours. Erykah Badu, Jill Scott. Um, Gladys, Aretha is my number one. I mean, I have pictures of her on my walls, and I feel like her and Dinah Washington kind of like, guide me through some of these things. Um, but yeah, that I wouldn't say it's just one though. It just depends on what I'm doing and what mood is hitting me at the time.
So
But
Mel.
that's who I listen to. I listen to those artists. I listen to singers. I listen to even male vocalists like Brian McKnight and Stevie Wonder and you know um, those guys. Blackstreet. Oh my gosh, me and Tweezy vibe out to some Blackstreet here in this house. Okay, like, if you remember when you were here, we were vibing out. This was New Edition.
Oh
Hello.
yeah, them boys now.
We were
Them
like going around the
boys.
room singing "Hit Me Off." Like, yeah, that's my kind of music. But I like all kinds of music. I like Pink Floyd. I like old rock. I like Patsy Cline. The country singer
Yeah.
from way back in the day. But I don't discriminate. It's just whatever speaks to me at the time. But those are some of my major influences.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, my musical library is crazy, but I will tell you that I'm a R&B cat through and through. Um, so many influences, you know. You have to break down in sections if we talking vocals, if we talking
Yeah.
production, that type of thing. But I will say for like my personal singing style, um, of course Stevie was the guy that made me want to sing. Period. So he's the one, the
Yeah.
guy,
Yeah.
uh,
Definitely.
the guy. As a matter of fact, I'm such a fan that my favorite song is I know it's hard to say. Oh, you got a favorite Stevie song? Yeah, I got my favorite song, and it's not a popular song.
Same.
That's how you know you a fan for real. You
I
got a
bet
song
you
that
if you tell me that yours is the same as mine, I'm gonna just hang up the phone right now.
actually, I highly doubt it, but because I'm more of a it actually, a lot of people talk about this classic period, the '70s,
Yeah.
But my favorite, but that's mainly because that's where I came up. I'm a '80s into '90s Stevie guy.
Hmm.
Because that's just vocally the person I know. A lot of people don't realize that his voice had changed from the '70s to the '80s. So I'm used to Stevie with the ponytail and all of that.
Hmm.
But my favorite Stevie song, period. As my dad says, the one, with each beat of my heart. That's my favorite.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Mine is Saturn. And
Oh, okay,
it's an
okay.
old one. And
Yeah.
I think it's like so underrated. Like the concept of that song.
Yeah.
As a songwriter, he's super inspiring too.
Exactly.
My phone is at 2%, so if I
Uh-oh.
dip out, that's what happened. I didn't think we'd be on this long. I did have it fully charged. I have my old school headphones, so I can't charge and listen at the same time.
Gotcha. But yeah, Stevie's my guy. I listen to a lot of groups. Commission that's my favorite group, period. Um, and then as far as like influences go, vocal style, Donnell Jones, you'll hear a lot of him in me. There's a lot of Cisco ad libs that are in me as well. I wish I could sing like young Casey from Jodeci. I wish I could sing like that, but some of that is in there. Some of Calvin Richardson is in me. Shoot, who else?
I hear a little Wanye from time to time. Just saying.
Yeah, that's that commission. That's that commission. If you know about Mitchell Jones, then you know what that's about. Who was the other one? There was another one that's shoot, I just had it. Oh, Usher. Not the Usher we know. We talking about first album Usher, 94, before his voice is what we know.
Oh yeah. All the time I think of you.
Yeah.
Think of you. Yeah, that Usher.
You hear some of the stuff he's doing. That's what Katie got.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You hear a lot of those things, and then when it comes to background vocals, I listen to Marvin Gaye, Music Soul Child, and Static Major from Player. So that's where a lot of my background influences and stuff like that come from. And then the more I incorporate Jodeci and Drew Hill and stuff like that, you hear some of that in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so much. Like if you combine our libraries together, it's ridiculous.
I forgot about Michael Jackson. Like he's I mean, come on. But I think like he and I would have gotten along because he had that kind of same perfectionist vibe. I mean, I'm not gonna say that I would yell at my dancers or anything, but he did it till he got it right, and that's I admire that. But just the way he layered his backgrounds, like that's what I try to aspire to. So.
That energy, man, just to come on every song with that. There's no give. You know there's gonna be a beginning, a middle, and an end, and he gonna fly off the handle at the end of the song. You know it's gonna happen.
Oh my gosh. I'm just thinking about Remember the Time. That's
exactly.
He goes off on that one.
Man, he was killing it.
What about?
Killing it,
like,
man.
Who can do that and it sound good but Michael Jackson?
Exactly. You can't just duplicate that energy. And it's funny because a lot of people talk about the child's voice. I'm like, man, if you listen to him as a kid, it's the same energy. The same energy. You listen to I Want You Back and then play Remember the Time right after that. It's the same thing.
Yeah. My favorite, the way he layered his backgrounds in Rock With You from the 70s. Like, just put some headphones on and listen to that. And you're like, oh my goodness, like, that is so smooth. Like, oh, that's what I aspire when I do background vocals. That's the sound I'm going for.
Funny you mentioned that, talking about backgrounds. We have both spent time in Dayton, Ohio.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Yeah. Shout out to Heatwave, because that's how that sounds the way it sounds. Mm-hmm. The way you cats with them do some bad boys, man. Rod Temperton.
Yeah.
Wilder Brothers. Yeah. There was some cold cats, man. They gave Mike some hits, boy.